Chronic traffic jams, inadequate mass transit, unpaved rural roads, erratic and costly power supplies. The impact of poor infrastructure is felt from tiny villages to major cities across Southeast Asia.
It's a very severe bottleneck. We have not invested enough. That's plain and simple. Countries need to invest, we believe, certainly in the earlier stages of their development, as much as 9 to 10% of their GDP. The region has been investing roughly about 5%.
One exception is Malaysia, which has developed first-class infrastructure through public-private partnerships. At the other end of the scale lies Cambodia, which had pitiful infrastructure even before a quarter-century of war did its damage. It's just over a decade now since the Khmer Rouge guerrillas finally surrendered and the current Prime Minister Hun Sen cemented his hold on power. It was only then that the task of reconstructing, or in most cases building from scratch, Cambodia's infrastructure began in earnest. It's made huge strides in that time, with enormous assistance from donor countries and agencies like the World Bank, which helped bring running water to this poor district of the capital.
It used to be really difficult to get water here, but now we only have to turn on the tap and the water will come. Our health has improved a lot. Things are a lot better than they were before.
No country has given more assistance than Japan.
This is one of the prioritized sector is infrastructure development. For example, the construction of the bridge over the Mekong River. We have a power supply project in Siem Reap and also in the Phnom Penh.
Altruistic motives aside, Japan does require that its contractors take the lead in projects funded with Japanese Official Development Assistance, or ODA. That's fine with Cambodia.
They are using the money from the taxpayers, but at the same time they want to recover also the money through the companies that do use the ODA. For us, what is important for us is the end, the end, which is the road or the bridge.
Japanese money built this irrigation project outside Phnom Penh, boosting rice production from just 1 yearly harvest to 3. Cambodia produces a sizable surplus of rice even now, with little over 1/3 of agricultural land irrigated.
If we go to 80%, we go to 90% or 100%. Cambodia is going to be the one superpower for rice export and agricultural products. And this is meet with our dream to make Cambodia the granary of Southeast Asia.
Paved highways now mean vehicles no longer have to bounce along rutted roads for half a day to take goods from the capital to the country's only port, or to take tourists to Angkor Wat. There's progress too in improving rural roads, helping people get their goods to market faster, reducing costs for sellers and consumers. But there's still plenty of work to do.
When we ask households, then it's more the rural roads and also irrigation for agriculture that are the concerns. So both from a development point of view and a poverty point of view, infrastructure is really critical.
On the industrial side, poor infrastructure has deterred foreign investment in many sectors, with the notable exception of garment making, which accounts for some 70% of all manufacturing and exports.
Some other agro-business or other light manufacturing industries simply never came because of that constraint. So the fact that these constraints over time are being removed should help the country diversify its base.
Until last year, Cambodia had enjoyed several consecutive years of double-digit economic growth, making the need for rapid improvements in infrastructure that much more acute. It's a similar story across much of the region.
The funding required are huge. Our estimates are Asia will need about $3 trillion in the next decade, $300 billion a year. We see positive signs. We don't have to spend time now on convincing governments about the importance of infrastructure. It's now a question of getting on with it.
And that's going to take governments forging partnerships with the private sector, donor countries, and multilateral agencies. much as Cambodia has been trying to do as it attempts to pave and irrigate and power its way to a more prosperous future.